Hello, everybody. Welcome to some random Saturday night sprints. I know a lot of people are out and about on Saturday, but I'm at home. I spent all day outside working on my patio garden, and it was very, very hot out there. So I am trying to stay extra hydrated. And I'm really excited because I'm starting a new book today. I meant to start it yesterday and fell asleep. So this is The Husbands by Holly Gramazio. And this book needs to stand the test of time. It needs to it needs to wow me for multiple reasons. First of all, I only want to pick up books that I want to read, obviously. Second of all, this is my in-person book club pick of the month. And third of all, this is going to be a book that is part of a sisterhood of like traveling books thing. So me and three of my friends are annotating books in a certain color, and then when we're done, we're mailing them to the next person, and we'll continue annotating them until we get our book back. So this was my pick. So hopefully I like it. My cat really wants to get in my lap. So here's Zelda. Say hello, Zelda. She always looks so grumpy, but let me see what you guys are reading. Let me see how you guys are. Cattail. Hello, Courtney. I can't decide if I'm going to finish my book club pick. It's not bad, just not my style. I get that. That's how a lot of my in-person book club picks have been this year. Or start an arc and finish my book club pick later this week. What is the arc that you have? Hello, Wendy. Buried in a Good Book. I think you're going to like the ambiance that I picked. I think it matches Buried in a Good Book pretty well. Hello, Brittany. Nice to see you here tonight. I'm at the bar. Zelda, stop it. But when Heather is doing sprints, you hop on and say hi. Well, girly, you need to get back to the bar and have a drink for me, please. Oh, and everybody tell Grace Ann congratulations because Girly is engaged. So congratulations. The husband sounds like a good synopsis. Yeah, I think so too. I think it's definitely out of my comfort zone. So excited for sprints. It's been a busy week. Currently reading Happy Never After for Escape the Readathon. I started that one this morning and it was really good, but I feel like I need to prioritize this book. And I do still want to read Happily Never After, but for the prompt that I needed to fit for my team, it didn't fit. And I feel like we're following a certain strategy, and I need to make sure that the books I'm reading fit the strategy. But I'm not going to say anything else in case some of you are not on the Thrill Seeker team. Hello, Tara. Need sprint so much. I've been slacking on reading my book club books for Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday's coming up, but you've read Home Before Dark before, so this is a reread for you. Um, and Happily Never After is pretty short, so hopefully you'll be able to finish both of those. I had a cat on my lap, and outside became more interesting. She will probably be here for at least an hour. Brent and I joke that I am her emotional support animal. I love her, but she needs me. Hello, Liz. Ooh, Lock Every Door by Riley Sager. That one was not like my favorite Riley Sager, but it also wasn't my least favorite Riley Sager. So I hope you enjoy it. Finishing up Mistborn, are you reading the first one or are you like finishing up the trilogy? My best friend Brent is also reading the first one, The Final Empire. So have a drink for all of us. I might be making myself a little mixed drink in a little bit. Spirits and Sirens. It's a romance involving a firefighter. That sounds good. Hoping to listen to Swordcatcher tonight and painting your living room. What color are you painting it? And how is Swordcatcher going? I still really, really want to read Swordcatcher. Yes, Grace Ann, congrats. Hello, just finished a fun dark thriller and we'll start Sunshine Nails by Mai Nguyen. Need something a little bit on the lighter side. I have not heard of that one. I'll have to write. I keep my pens here so I can write down books so I can go look them up. Hello, Laura. It's finally your turn to have One Dark Window from the library. Oh, 54 people are waiting on it. Goodness gracious. Are you listening to it or reading it physically? I haven't read that one yet. Finishing the first book. I always thought it was so confusing that like the trilogy is called Mistborn, and like Mistborn is really big on the book, but the first book is called The Final Empire. So, Mr. Sanderson, crazy pants. I still need to finish Darling Girl. Sadly, I don't have a lot of time to read during the week, and then I'm also reading An Elderly Lady is up to no good. I totally feel you on the not having a lot of time to read during the week. Normally, I'll like start a book and I'll get like 50 to 70 pages read during the week, and then I like binge read books on the weekends. But I looked out yesterday because the classes that I would normally teach during my first block and my third block were testing, and I was not in charge of their testing, and they didn't finish till 1:30. So I finished both of the books I was working on during the week during that time. So doesn't always happen to me. And then I got home last night and fell straight to sleep. It's a dark green. I'm liking it. There have been times I struggle with the pacing. That's the only thing. That is like me in every fantasy book I've picked up lately. I don't know what the dealio is. Hello, Jules, making pizza and then reading Fright Watch the Stitchers for Bookathon. I need to get back into reading some middle grade so that I can recommend some books to my students. So if anybody has some that I can be like, this is what you need to read over the summer, let me know. Reading the physical book, audiobooks stifle my imagination. Wow. I only listen to rereads. That is so interesting. It's so interesting how like everybody's audiobook listening experience is different for them because I feel like super, super immersed when I listen to audiobooks as long as my comprehension can keep up. But I know everybody listens and comprehends differently. Listening to A Feather So Black tonight, really like the audio for it. I saw this cover, really liked the cover, and then didn't hear anything about it. And then Elizabeth from Little Life of Books and Kindle from Kindle's Pages have both been reading it this week and saying really, really good things about it. So this is one that I definitely want to check out soon. I definitely feel weird to like not have a fantasy book going at all right now and to be reading a literary fiction on sprints. That is not like me at all, but I'm excited to jump into it. Hello, Hallie. Just here to say, hey, running out on errands. Thank you so much for stopping by. And good luck on your errands. I hope they go well for you. Keeper of the Lost Cities by Shannon Messenger is a fun middle grade series. 100% agree. This is one that I recommend to my students. Last week during state tests, if they finish their test early, the only things that they're allowed to do are read a book or lay their head down. And I happen to have the whole Keeper of the Lost Cities trilogy in my room and then a graphic novel series called Amulet that I keep in my room. And those are the two books that I will distribute out to the class and just like be like, you can read this if you're bored. But it looks like that is all the comments. So I am down to read. Oh, yeah. They've really liked it so far and they keep asking me if there's going to be a movie of Keeper of the Lost Cities and I just saw that there is. So all the better. Um I'm down for a good 45-ish, 40-ish minute sprint. So we could stop at the 15-minute mark if that sounds good to y'all. Like I said, I have an ambiance that's going to match whoever was reading Buried in a Good Book. So yay. Hello, Lily. What you reading tonight? We are about to get started on our first sprint, so I will catch up with you after that. Hey y'all, welcome back. I realized halfway through that sprint that I can't do math, even though I'm a math teacher. And that was not 45 minutes. So my bad, but I promise we will have a longer sprint next time. I did not get much read. I read to page 10, and then I made dinner. So we'll have more sprinting in the next one, but I really like this so far. Um, it starts out with the main character coming home from a bachelorette party, and like her husband's at the door, but she doesn't have a husband. And like she looks down at her phone and like it's a picture of the two of them at the beach, but she doesn't have a husband. And this girl like is freaking out. And then the chapter ends by saying, and she fell asleep. Like I would not be able to fall asleep if that were happening to me. But it's really funny so far, so that's good. Let me go back up. Again, sorry, that sprint was short. I asked Eve what she was reading, The Witching Hour by Anne Rice. That sounds really good. Have to start reading Keeper of the Lost Cities. I'm intrigued now, and yes, there is a movie in the works. I need to find more information about it, but um I saw Shannon Messenger share information about the movie. So since it came straight from the author, I'm assuming that it's legit. Yes, we are so excited to read. And yes, we love when the ambiance matches the books. And I lost my place. Hello, Amy. She sent me a Marco Polo during all of this, and she is going on a date, but I'm so glad she stopped by to say hello. Maris has been reading Robin Hobb, Ship of Magic, and she's got the absolutely amazing cover with the people on it. Um, So we know she's having a really good time, but I am glad she's liking the book, but the cover of that one is something. Hello, Hannah. Huge cleaning and decluttering mood, so I'm going to take advantage of it. I feel that. That was me this afternoon on my patio. It was a disaster zone, so I'm glad that I got that cleaned up. Perfect timing to jump in right before the sprint is over. That's okay. We're going to have a much longer one in a second. Only read 10 pages. Me too. But read a few books with my toddler before bed. 82% mark of Belladonna. It's okay. I don't think it's going to be a favorite. People have been trying to convince me to read that one, and I just don't think it's going to be for me. So I think I'm gonna pass on that one. I know that hurts some people's not feelings because books are like personal, but like sorry to people who are trying to convince me, but I don't think it's for me. 20 pages and had dinner. 30 more pages read, starting to get interesting. Yeah, that one I remember I used an Audible credit on it and I got home from work and I used to have this really comfy armchair and I just put the audiobook on and did nothing for like 4 hours and sprint listened to that book. Wendy did not get any reading done, got your kids to bed. That is an accomplishment and a feat in and of itself, though. And Tara got to page 140 of Home Before Dark. Nice job, guys, especially since I cut you short on the time. Also during that sprint, and I can't like talk about it because those of you who are doing Escape the Readathon, I don't know what all teams you're on. I know there's some people here who are on my team, but something exciting happened for my team during that sprint. And I'm just going to keep reading what I'm reading because of what happened that was exciting. But that's all I'm going to say. Got about 10. I'm guessing 10 pages. Yeah, 10 pages, right? I just saw your other comment. 30 pages and eating pizza. Yeah, that's what I thought you meant. Ah, no, your team too? No. I thought my team was finally doing something. Yay. Yay, team Thrill Seekers. Also, I might be walking down to my mailbox this next sprint because I think my team bookmark came in the mail today. And I really want to go get it because it would match my book. So I might be taking myself a little walk. Yeah, you just laugh about it, Jules. You're on Snack Squad, right? Um, that's even more motivation for me to complete the prompt that I'm working on. I hate like not knowing what other people know, um, and like having to limit what I talk about. Hmm. Got just under 30 pages of sunshine nails. So far, so good. It's going to be a fun month. I agree. This like interactive team-based readathon has been really, really fun so far. And we are just in the beginning. Zelda wants to say hi again. Come here, baby. Okay, maybe she doesn't. She was sitting down at my feet like she wanted to say hi. I'm bummed because I bought the bundle of bookmarks for the readathon. Did you mean to buy the bundle? Why are you bummed because of it? Oh, but they never showed up. That makes sense now. That's really sad. Did you reach out to Lexi? I don't know what she would be able to do, but I hate that for you. I want to know what happened. I can't say. I don't even know if I can vlog about it. Like, I don't know if what I found out is going to be the same for what another team finds out. And so if I talk about it in a vlog and that team hasn't gotten to the point where we got yet, like, could they take my information from me? I don't know. I've never done this before. Yeah, that does stink, Amber. I wish I could magically make them appear in your mailbox. Maybe they just like got lost and they'll show up randomly. I hope so. I've had really weird things happen with mail before. Um anyway, it does look like we got through the comments and I want us to have a nice long sprint this time. So why don't we go to the 5-minute mark? That'll give us much longer than we had this time. I'm going to go ahead and get everything set up, take a walk to my mailbox, and jump back into my book. All right, everybody, welcome back after that sprint. I'd love to hear how reading went for y'all. I did go down to my mailbox, and it wasn't my bookmark that came in the mail. It was my book of the month box. So I thought I would open it with y'all. I only got one book this month because there just wasn't a lot that caught my eye, and also I have a lot of unread books right now. But of course, the one time that I need it to, it's hard to open. What did everybody else get from Book of the Month if you have a Book of the Month subscription? I would love to know. But this month I got Five Broken Blades by Mai Corland, and she a thick Book of the Month book. Almost 500 pages. So I might get to this one if an Escape the Readathon prompt needs me to get to this one. I did clarify in my Escape the Readathon group like what I'm allowed to say and what I'm allowed not to say. So I'm going to keep it a secret other than we unlocked a building and that's it. Emotional support bookmark this month. So let me see how you guys all were doing that sprint. I think we had some people join us. Just woke up from a nap, totally missed the first sprint, reading The Edge of In Between. I hope you're enjoying it. I was so excited about the bookmarks. They're so pretty. Maybe they are just really delayed, but there's no tracking to check and see where they're at. Yeah, same. Although, is there tracking on Etsy? No, I feel like I have to check. Yeah, I can't see. If I have tracking or not. It just says that it's shipped. Yeah, it just says shipped. But hopefully it'll get here soon. It does say that it's expected between April 29th and May 3rd. So today was kind of like the deadline for it to get here. So we'll see. I have my own forest ambiance outside with a tree frog. I kept thinking it was the video until I muted it. Do you still have your balcony or patio doors open? Because that looked so peaceful earlier. I can't really open my door and get any ambiance because my patio is like it's out there. So there's just a little side door over there somewhere that I can open, but I can't really see out of it during like if I'm inside. And then my cats will go out there unsupervised, and that would be bad. Hello, Corinna. Also, Team Thrill Seeker, so she knows what I know. Reading Love Theoretically. I hope that you're liking that one. I have not gotten to that one yet. I've only read Love on the Brain and The Love Hypothesis, but I want to get to her other books. Listen to about 25 pages that round of Swordcatcher. You have about 100 pages left. Hopefully, that last 100 pages is really good. 40 pages that sprint. Very nice. Skip this month. Nothing stuck out. And I don't like that the audiobooks only play on your phone. So you can't listen to them on like your computer or something. That stinks. I have not gotten an audiobook from Book of the Month yet. I got the Christina Lauren book. I thought about getting the Christina Lauren book, but I tend to listen to her books like on audio. And eventually they all come around to Everand, so I'll probably wait on that one. Love the galaxy colors. It's my little astronaut galaxy projector. I thought since it was May the 4th, I'd try and add a little bit of the galaxy in. It's not projecting as like vibrantly as I wanted it to, but that's okay. You also got the Christina Lauren. I hope y'all love it. 42 pages read, page 217 out of 293, hoping to finish tonight. I hope you finish tonight. Read about 20 pages. Hubby put a movie on and it distracted me. What movie is it? I'm putting my Snuggie back on. Y'all know my Snuggie is my favorite thing in the world. I'm doing the readathon too. Finished Powerful today for the top of the TBR pick. I don't even want to say what I'm reading my books for because I'm afraid that people are going to catch on and I'm going to ruin it for everybody. Yes, Team Thrill Seeker. Yeah, it just shows shipped but no tracking. So hopefully soon for everybody. I also ordered a crew neck, but I have not gotten that yet. I ordered in like the second batch, so it might be a while before I get that. Yay. I know she said she was shipping out a lot of the bookmarks today. Read 15 pages, got distracted with the frogs, and now there's more out there. Do you, I guess frogs don't have to live by a body of water. I guess like I live in the very middle of my complex, so there's trees. I get a lot of squirrel chatter, but I don't hear a lot of like frogs or anything. 45 pages that sprint. Very nice, very nice. Had to re-listen to a chapter. That happens to me a lot, especially if I'm trying to listen to an audiobook before I go to sleep. It got too humid. I feel that. Not caught up on Discord, going to see. Yes, you need to go see what happened in our team Discord because finally is all I'm going to say. Lock Every Door is getting very interesting. What percent through are you at? Yeah, that one was a fun one. Hello, Linda. Back from the prom. Am I in time for more sprints? Yeah. Just like last weekend, I'm reading until I'm too tired to keep reading. So I don't know how much longer I'm sprinting for, but there's definitely going to be some more. Welcome back. And what are you reading, Linda? Ah, yes. May the 4th be with you. 2 chapters. I was waiting until I finished to get back on. Feel that. I'm sprinting as late as I can stay awake tonight. I'll shut up about the readathon. Like I said, in our chat, I did ask Lexi like what I could say and what I couldn't say as like a booktuber who wants to share what they're reading and like whether I'm accomplishing prompts or not in my vlogs, and she did answer that. I'm glad my current book still fits. Me too, because I was reading this for something else and now I'm reading it for something else. I ordered my bookmark the day of the announcement, so I already have mine. I ordered when she restocked Etsy. So 35%. Yeah, I feel like that's when it starts to get like mysterious. Because like the setup of moving in is over. Gonna read Funny Story. I started Mistborn this morning, but I'm too tired for that tonight. I'm gonna read Funny Story next week. So I hope you enjoy it. And guys, if y'all, and I promise I'm not gonna spend this whole time talking about Patreon because there's no pressure to join at all, but we are buddy reading Funny Story over in my Patreon Discord this month. So if that's something that's interesting to you, that is open to all tiers. So anywhere from $3 to $10. So if you want to read Funny Story with us, you can hop on over there. And I still do my free reading sprints for anybody that wants to show up on my channel. So yeah, mysterious and ominous. I'm so curious to what you're going to think about how that one ends. It's fun though. Alrighty, guys. I don't even think I told y'all how much I read. I walked down to my mailbox to get my mail, and I only read 14 pages. But like I said, I'm annotating and like leaving notes to the next reader as I read my book. So it's going to take a second. It's going to take longer than normal to read through this because I'm trying to leave notes to the next reader. If I can ever get all of these hairpins and sparkly things out of my hair, I will start a Funny Story, that is. Linda, it looks like you are like me and you have a lot of hair. So anytime I have to put it up, I find bobby pins for days. What is the least creepy Riley Sager book? That is a good question. Um, for me, the creepiest was probably like the only one left was pretty creepy. And Home Before Dark was pretty creepy. So I'm trying to think of like the opposite end of that. But like, I feel like if I tell you which ones I think are the least creepy, there's a reason why I think they're the least creepy. And I don't know that I should say those reasons. Um, Jumping back up, but like just saw Tara, House Across the Lake is probably the least creepy for me. Same. This one and Survive the Night were the least creepy to me because they almost felt campy in a sense. So there's that. So that, yeah, I would say The House Across the Lake. I'm excited to hear everyone's thoughts on Funny Story. I'm so glad that you loved it. I cannot wait to read it because I haven't read an Emily Henry that I don't like. Hello, Amy Marie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. House Across the Lake is probably, yeah, I already read that one. Sorry. Thought the only one left wasn't creepy for me. For me, this one was more the poem and the atmosphere that just like cycled through the book made it creepy. Like, I think I let it be creepy for myself. Oh, and you're very sensitive, but you loved it. I get flack every time I say this, but I really liked Final Girls. That was my first Riley Sager that I read, so maybe I have some like bias towards it. I really liked that one. And I do think that that one is creepy and that one is gory. So, not that one. Survive the Night I thought wasn't very creepy, but I also didn't like it. So, The House Across the Lake. And then I thought any other one that I haven't mentioned. So, like The Last Time I Lied, that one was like in the middle for me. And Lock Every Door. The only one left wasn't creepy for me either. I guess I'm the odd one out. It was kind of creepy to me. Same Winnie, that's the only one I've read by him. Only other one. My favorites are The Only One Left and Lock Every Door. I said it earlier, but my favorites are The Only One Left and Home Before Dark. I guess it depends on what you might find creepy. I think The Last Time I Lied might be the least creepy. I thought that that one was like middle of the road creepy because I've worked at multiple summer camps and I could just like picture the scenarios in my head pretty well. Haven't read it, but I hope to soon. Final Girls. Just put Final Girls on hold. Well, maybe y'all will be on my side and you will like it. Is it like reading horror or just dark weird? It's like it's like a thriller. Like he writes thrillers. He doesn't write horror books, but sometimes he lets a little bit of what would be jump scare horror in a horror book filter into his thrillers, if that makes sense. Like they're definitely just popcorn thrillers. Um, but he adds some scary elements into it. Does that make sense? I don't even know how far back on Discord I need to go. Are you talking about figuring out what happened on the Escape the Readathon? Like, you can just go to the polls if that's what you're asking about for our team chat. And the polls will tell you um, what our team did. If that's not what you're talking about, it's not that far back. So, but that also might not be what you're talking about. I don't know. I don't know. I'm at like 2:33 p.m. Okay, you went way far back. Grady Hendrix is definitely horror thriller. I agree with that. I've only read Have I read more than one Grady Hendrix? No, I've only read The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires, but it's horror with thriller elements, whereas Riley Sager is thriller with a little bit of horror elements. I don't really read horror, and I love Riley. Some mystery, some scary, creepy bits, but nothing too bad. I think creepy is a better word than horror. He writes creepy thrillers, and I'm really excited for his book coming in June. Okay, you saw the poll. You'll DM me. Okay, I'll check that during this next sprint. Y'all, Escape the Readathon is so much fun. I'm so glad I decided to do it this year. I wasn't I was on BookTube last year, but I had just started and like I thought that it was weirdly intimidating to try and do a big team-based readathon, but I'm having so much fun this year. Like it's gonna motivate me to read a lot of books, which is fun. Yay, books. But it is 8:21 my time. I'm definitely still tracking to keep reading. Might make myself an iced coffee like I did last week. So I think that we should just read to the 5-minute mark again. That's what I think. That makes it easy for me to turn all this stuff off. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. How did sprinting go for you that time? I made it to page 38. It's weird because it's not a slow-paced book. Sometimes literary fiction reads more slow to me. It's reading really fast, and the concept is really interesting and fun and quirky. Um, I guess I'm just reading it slow because I'm thinking about what I can comment on. But it's fun so far. I don't know where it can go because the premise has already been introduced. We're already meeting all the husbands as they come down from the attic. So I don't know what the plot is going to be, but I'm having a good time. We had stopped. We were talking about different Riley Sager books and which ones were creepy and which ones weren't creepy. And Abra said that she might start with House Across the Lake. And then I saw that Wendy said this in response, that it's the most controversial of his and most say different from his usual writing. I would agree with that. Um, he uses a different plot tactic in this one than he does in his other books. And it really works for some people and it really doesn't work for other people. And I'll also say the audiobook for this one is not the best audiobook because the main character is supposed to be, I think, mid 30s. And I promise they use a narrator that is double her age. And so it's just it was very hard to stay engaged with the character. I read it when I had shingles and I couldn't see out of my eye. So I had to listen to audiobooks. And while I personally liked the story, I thought the audiobook was just not great. I didn't read it because it had stuff in it I won't read. I've heard that too. Karina saw me yawning. I did go make some coffee. This is a little iced caramel latte with some cold foam. It's very yummy. Caffeine doesn't really do much for me, but maybe if I think about the fact that I'm drinking caffeine, it will help me stay up. Got in another chapter. It was long. The chapters in here are 10 pages every time. I read about 50 pages, says I have 37 minutes left, so I'll for sure be finishing before bed. I'm definitely going to do at least one more sprint and then see how I'm feeling at the end. I might want to go read in my bed after this until I fall asleep, but definitely one more. Hello, M. Just got here, still trying to finish Defiant, maybe tonight. That's the last one in the Skyward series, right? How are you enjoying the series? I've still only read the first one and I want to keep reading it because I love Brandon Sanderson, but I just don't know that it's going to be for me. As you know, I was a bit distracted. She was sending me some Instagram messages. We were trying to figure some stuff out for Escape the Readathon. Read 21 pages. Love theoretically took me a bit longer to get into, but now I'm loving it. Her humor is my favorite in romance, but Abby is my favorite romance author. Yeah, I really do enjoy how light Allie Hazelwood's books feel, which they're not just fluffy. They definitely have substance to them, but she adds a little bit more humor. So I agree. The sprint went pretty good. You had dinner and played with the dogs, and I see one of your dogs in your picture, and he or she is adorable. You have the husbands too. Yay. Hello, Maddie. Just popping in. Haven't done any reading. Happy evening, friends. Happy evening, Maddie. Thank you, thank you. It's I would show you, but it's over there. It's this little teeny tiny astronaut, and he projects the galaxy from his little space helmet. And I said I was going to put him on because it's May the 4th be with you day. Halfway through One Dark Window. You're reading that one pretty quickly. Tara, I'm going to have to go back and see what you're reading. I feel like I know what you're reading. The kitchen scene. Hold on. Hold on. Let me go figure out what Tara was reading. Oh, Home Before Dark. Yep. I know what scene you're talking about. Ah, hello, Elizabeth. Popping in, reading Siege and Storm tonight. Fun. I've been hearing about that a lot lately. Audiobooks that have narrators that aren't remotely close to the character's age. And there's so many good narrators in different age ranges. So I don't understand. Like, is it an availability thing? I don't know. Didn't read that Sprint movie distraction, but movies are great. Let the movie distract you. Oh my gosh, shingles. I've heard horror stories. Yeah, my shingles was bad. So not this last school year, but the school year before that. I went to a drum yeah, it was 2 summers ago. I went to see drum corps with my best friend, and the whole way there I had a headache. And like we stopped to get Excedrin migraine and all of this stuff, and nothing was making my headache go away. And then the next morning I woke up and my eye was swollen and like my headache was just so bad. And then the next day, my eye was swollen again, and it was the day I was supposed to start school. And I was like, "No, I'm gonna tough it out and I'm gonna go to school." Um, I'm trying to find it's probably gonna be really hard to see. Um, so that's what my face ended up looking like, and I could not open my eyeball. It was the most pain I have ever been in. So audiobooks were my savior for like a week. And then I had neurological issues while I recovered. Like I would not wish it on anybody. Sped up belladonna a little bit. So I got to 95%. It may be surprising me in the end as I'm enjoying it more now. Wow, that's really, really good. The last of the Skyward series, she's talking about Defiant. I like it, but I prefer the supporting characters to the main character. So I get a little bored. I hate it when that happens. If you read it, definitely read the novellas. I've heard that. Hello, Yvette. Going to grab a book, but not sure which. Yvette, what team are you for Escape the Readathon? I want a tiny astronaut. He's adorable. I took him to my classroom the other day while we were working on practice tests. Caffeine doesn't do a ton for me either. It's frustrating because I always feel tired. I could drink a coffee, and sometimes this does happen to me. I will wake up on a school day and I will drink a coffee and I will go and pick up an energy drink from the gas station and I will have a Diet Coke and I could fall asleep in the middle of the day. I need caffeine to do more than it does for me. Yeah, it was really, really bad. And y'all can't see because like this is just my laptop camera, but I have scars on the tip of my nose. I have scars right here. Um, I have scars on the bottom of my eye. Thankfully, it didn't get in the way of where I can see. But it's awful. I had shingles when I was 25, so weird. Thankfully, it was only on my torso. The doctor that I went to said that he is seeing it more and more in younger people now. I had it when I was 31. Yvette is a jester. Um, I was saying that something exciting happened for my team and Escape the Readathon, but I'm not going to say anything else. I'd love to get Wretched Water Park finished tonight if possible. I hope that you can. So many different teams in the house. I know we've definitely got Jesters and Thrill Seekers and Snack Squad. Do we have any film crew here? But I had margaritas at a housewarming party, so I'm super tired. Me and my coworkers went out for margaritas after school yesterday. And I was going to start the husbands last night, but I got in the bed and I was done for as soon as I got home. We're the same with the caffeine. I still try the same. I'm like, maybe one day my body will decide it like needs the caffeine to stay up. Linda untangled her hair and fed the dogs. Team iced coffee over here. My friend had it, but she had all the skin issues. Yikes. Most of mine was in my nose, up the bridge of my nose, and in my eye, which I could have had Like, I could have had my vision affected, but I don't know how I missed out on that because I couldn't like the week I returned to school, I had to turn the text on my phone to like the biggest, boldest size, and people were making fun of me, but I could not see. Yes, Team Thrill Seekers. I really need to remember to ask my doctor if I should get the shingles vaccine. I've never had chicken pox, but I was vaccinated to them. I don't know if I can get shingles in that case or not. I think that you can only get shingles if you've had chicken pox. Don't quote me on that because I'm not a doctor. I'm a math teacher. But I'm pretty sure you can only get shingles if you've had chicken pox. They gave a sneak peek in sprints on Friday and I missed it because I was having margaritas. Need to check Discord again. Yvette, whose sprints were they? I'll go back and rewatch. Yes, for real. That would have been awful because I already have terrible vision. My glasses are so thick, so I don't know how much thicker they could have made them. Well, I am definitely down for one more sprint while I drink my coffee. Have another sip. Shingles is the dormant virus rearing its head. So unless the vax is a live virus, probably not. Yeah. But you can get the vaccine after a certain age. Yeah, they do not give the vaccine to younger people, even though more and more younger people are getting shingles now, which make it make sense. Mel sprints. Okay. After my sprints, or maybe while we're on sprints, I might go just do like a quick zoom through that to see if I can get sneak peeks. Um, my goal this next sprint is to probably make it to chapter 8. That's like the first 50-ish pages. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to try and get to chapter 8. I'm going to go watch Mel's sprints really quick, and I'll see you guys back here to discuss at the end. Hello, everybody. I am definitely starting to get sleepy. I just went and took my my makeup off, so I can hop in the bed immediately after this. But how did that last sprint go for everybody? I made it to my goal, which was to get to chapter 8, which is page 51. Definitely more of a slow going book. I did vlog a little bit of my thoughts, and then I uploaded some of my footage for my reading vlog that I'll edit tomorrow. Um, but that was really all I got done. So, how did it go for y'all? We were talking about shingles before sprints ended. So, the chickenpox vaccine was a live virus. So, do you need to go check on that? You do not want shingles, it is miserable. Uh-huh. Okay, so what Yvette, I did try and go and watch Mel's sprints, but I was trying to find it on my phone. So I'm not 100% sure what was revealed in sprints. I need to go back and try again. I need to find whatever it was. You are so welcome, Wendy, although you're probably already in bed by this point, but I'm glad that the sprints were helpful. They certainly helped me. Finish Belladonna, go Abra, and we'll probably read Foxglove since it left on a cliffhanger. Cool. Good night, friends, and thanks for the sprints. You are so very, very welcome. Finish your book thinking it's a 3 out of 5, but we'll make your final decision after discussion on Thursday. Curious to know what you land on. Read 30 pages, 65% of the way into Darling Girls now. The end goes by really fast, so enjoy. Read 32 pages and it's so good. Spent the beginning of the sprint watching Mel sprint and didn't find the hint yet. Yeah, I didn't either. I gave up. So if somebody can tell me a timestamp to go look for on her sprints, that would be super helpful. Hannah, you are just being a productive little girl. Clean your whole house and decluttered your shelves. Have 40 books to unhaul. Are you going to do Pango or Little Free Library? What's your plan for unhauling? Now I'm sleepy and I saw you were still here. Yeah, I'm still here, but I'm about to go to bed. Read 20 pages. It was a slow sprint, more of a jog. Hey, crawling gets you to a finish line. So if you're reading at all, you're doing what you need to do. Great last sprint, finished The Edge of In Between, awesome, and read 34 pages in Night Raven by Johann Rundberg. I have not heard of that one. Read the first couple of chapters of Funny Story, liking it so far. It's my first Emily Henry book. I always am like, what is Emily Henry like for the people that start with her newest book? Because I think I've read them all in order. I haven't read her young adult books, but I've read all of her contemporary romances in publication order. Abra just finished Foxglove. It was great. Better than Belladonna. Wow, can hardly wait for Wisteria to come out. I'm so glad that you're enjoying that series. Right before the last sprint, something about not having to ignore a building or something. Not having to ignore a building. But it wasn't useful to Snack Squad because she had only mentioned it to certain teams. Okay, she had said something about ignoring a building at one point. Um, so that is helpful, but I'll try and go find it specifically on the sprint so that to make sure if it applies to what I'm thinking it applies to. Didn't apply to Snack Squad because of their strategies. Interesting. Interesting. Got some reading done that sprint, so the movie was not distracting you anymore. 40 pages left, so going to stay up and finish. I'm going to keep reading till I fall asleep, but truthfully, I probably don't have that long. I think I'm definitely going to read more from her. People We Meet on Vacation is my favorite. Beach Read is a lot of people's favorite. Book Lovers is a lot of people's favorite, especially if they have sisters. It's my least favorite because I didn't really click with the sister dynamic of that book, but Sorry, y'all can see my stack of puppy pads. That's fun. Um, but I really have liked all of her books. Book Lovers was my least favorite out of 4 stars, but the rest of them have all been 5 stars. I agree with Laura. Fox Love is better than Belladonna and can't wait for Wisteria. I love that for y'all. People Meet on Vacation is your favorite too. That book just resonated with me so hard. I will always be the girl that like loves the friends to lovers trope more than anything else. It is my favorite. Book Lovers is your favorite, but you don't have a sister. Well, okay then. It's just I liked it. It just wasn't my favorite. So, well, guys, I'm tired. I spent like all day in the sunshine. I think I've got to head to bed now. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. My school year is over on May the 24th. And then just like last year, I am planning on doing afternoon sprints for all of my teachers who are home during the day, for all of my people who are able to just kind of like hop on sprints and use them productivity for my stay-at-home moms. So I'll be doing that for anybody on my channel, whether you're on Patreon or not. And then Patreon sprints are going to start the middle of this month on Thursday nights. So if you're somebody that likes sprints, hopefully one of those two options or both of those options will work for you. But I hope you guys have a great night and I am off to bed. Good night, everybody.